Hello, I just wanted to get on and share a little bit about the grief bags that we provide for families. They come in these bags, and I just wanted to share a little bit about each book and why I like these books. So each bag has 2 therapist recommended books for children and then 2 for parents. And this one is one of my favorites. It's very simple, straight to the point. It's called Lifetimes, A Beautiful Way to Explain Death to Children. And it goes through explaining that there's a lifetime for everything. There's a beginning and an end. So that applies to plants and animals and trees. And then they get to where they talk about it also, humans have, a beginning and an end. And when I read this book to Ivan, as soon as they started talking about the humans, he said that's exactly what happened to Jackson. So this is a great book. This is a good book to have in your library, whether or not you've just experienced a death or not, because it's just an easy way to explain it. And then you're not in panic mode when a death happens and you have to all of a sudden, have these discussions that you've never had before. I highly recommend doing that before anything happens. The other book is called Someone I Love Died, and it has, now this does have a Christian, background to it. So if that's what you want, then this is a great book for it. You can personalize it and add people's names in there. They have little blanks, so that's kind of nice. And they have a lot of questions kind of at the end, or just suggestions for parents. So I appreciate that, because sometimes, we don't know how to do this. Okay. A new one that I'm adding to the bag is called My Grieving Journey book. And yet again, it's another situation where you can personalize it to the loss that you have dealt with. And it goes through different options. It says, I miss you. I feel sad. I don't believe it. I can't stop crying. So what I did with Ivan is I let him look at this page and decide kind of which one he was feeling. And so then we would go to that page and fill it out. And it gives you prompts to write or draw what you're feeling. And it was quite shocking to me that Ivan remembered some things that I really didn't think that he would. And so what I do with Ivan is, if he's in the mood to talk about this kind of stuff, we talk about it. I let him do as many pages as he wants, but when he closes it, that means he's done. He doesn't want to be uncomfortable anymore, and so I always really respect that with him. 2 of my favorite books written by the wonderful Dr. Alan Wolfelt is called Finding the Words, and it has all the scenarios you could possibly dream of, also broken down by age. So like if a parent dies and you have a preschooler, there's terminology and words that are suggested by a grief expert. And sometimes there's very difficult subjects to talk about. For instance, suicide. Sometimes people don't know how to talk about that. This book is wonderful for that. And then another book by Alan Wolfelt is called Healing a Child's Grieving Heart, 100 Practical Ideas. And it has just some wonderful suggestions to what activities you can do. And it kind of explains each little one. Let's see here. I'll give you an example. If a child's sibling has died, consider this. The death of a sibling is often among the most traumatic events in a child's life. Siblings' normal feelings for one another include not only love, but anger, jealousy, and other ambivalent emotions. When a sibling dies, the surviving kids sometimes feel guilt, relief, fear, confusion, and basically just acknowledging all of those feelings are normal. So another thing that we include is a couple art supplies. So we do paint, markers, and then a little journal that they can write in. And then in the folder that is for the parents, it has a letter, it has the brochure, it has suggestions on 10 ways to help a grieving child, a list of our approved therapists. It has book recommendations, as well as a little poem that's called Just for Today. So I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that if people could actually see what these bags contain, they would understand just how very helpful they are. So thank you.